Loki episode 4 was so good. This is what I'm talking about. This is great storytelling. From the beginning to the end, it had me at the edge of my seat. And we actually got a end credits or mid credits, if you want to call them, a little preview, which was even doper. We got all these different variations of Loki that we've seen from the comic books, and I am here for that. Now, I know many of you that have been following my reviews will say, see, that's why you have to wait to watch the whole thing to judge the whole episode or to come up with a conclusion. And I respectfully disagree. Each episode is its own entity, especially when Marvel uses different writers for different episodes. It's a fair judgment or a fair act to judge each individual episode as it comes out. But this one by far was the best episode out of all 4 that have been released. And wow, what talk about Easter eggs, talk about spoilers, talk about all these kind of little details that we got right when Morbius was talking and he let go about that. Oh, we brought in Titans, we brought Krees, and we were like, wait, Titans? Are they talking about Thanos? So, and what the story was just so captivating. And I'll be the first one to admit I do have a video on my channel where I came up with a theory that Loki was going to free Black Widow because it looked like Volmir, and I'm the first one to admit I was wrong. Now, in my defense, there was a lot more details shown obviously in the episode, and what Marvel showed was nowhere near close to what was presented on the promo, on the trailer. So Marvel's doing this very deceptively because they know we're going to talk about, they know we're going to theorize, it's free publicity for Marvel, but it's getting to the point where you're being super deceptive. And even though, again, I'm the first one to admit I was wrong, but I'm only wrong because it was so misleading. Now, I know people are going to say, oh no, we knew it was Lady Loki, but major channels and people associated with the show had to come out and say, hey, well, you have to wait and see. Like, they knew we were going to take that and run with it. But again, taking my licks where they are, not making excuses for me. I was wrong. But wow, again, this episode, the pacing was great. The acting was great. We even had Lady Sith, appearance, which I was like, oh my God. We had surprises, like I said, with the Titan reference and the Kree reference. With we were in Asgard, and we saw a little bit of Sylvie's past, how she became the variant, when she got detached, and I'm sure we're gonna find a little bit more meat in episode 5 as to why was she a variant, because she was literally just playing with her toys and they come, oh yeah, she's the variant, and bounce. So almost as if the lady from the TVA, the judge that we saw in episode 1, the one that Morbius seems to be, kind of crushing on, almost like she is maybe not behind it, but is one of those, brown nosers at work that go above and beyond just to move up in the company. And she might unwillingly have destroyed a lot of variants because doing the bidding of someone higher than her. Because I don't think she's the ultimate bad, but yeah, there's something definitely sinister there, a little bit more there. But I mean, come on, you couldn't ask for more. And then when they both get, taken into the TVA And Morbius was getting me so upset. Maybe you guys were upset. If you guys were upset when he was interrogating Loki, let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. I was so mad at him. I was like, come on. And when Loki told them, like, you guys are all variants, and you could see that pause, I was like, oh, here we go. And yes, it might be true that they are variants. They're plucked from a timeline, and that is such a messed up thing to have happen. And you could see with, I can't remember her full initials, but you know, the girl, the 15, CR15 maybe, I think it's her actual classification, because she just has a number. And when they went back to the 2050, you know, in the supermarket, and they went back and she's like, show me. And I mean, you can't tell that she was crying, but that was such a impactful scene. And I was just like, wow, I got chills several times in the episode. And then when they killed Loki, or at least pruned him, my jaw dropped. I was like, did they just kill Loki out of his own show? And I could hear, now there's a section in YouTube and in social media that don't like this woke kind of storytelling. I'm not calling this series a woke series. I try to stay away from that. I just judge it on my own experience and how I'm viewing it. But I'll be naive to say that I haven't heard some of these voices, like, oh, you know, with WandaVision. Well, not much with WandaVision, but definitely with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And you could see it all over, not just with Marvel, with any movies that are coming out. You know, you heard it with Wonder Woman, you heard it with Captain Marvel, you're hearing it now with Black Widow. And when they pruned him, I could hear the voices, their heads popping, saying, oh my God, they just killed Loki out of his own series, and now they're gonna leave Lady Loki to finish it off. And obviously in the end credits, or the mid-credit reveal, we know he went to another timeline maybe. And it's one of the scenes I think we see in the trailer, so it'll be interesting to see where they take that from. But I could hear it in my head, them going crazy and saying like, see, we told you they were going to take Loki out of his own, you know, show. And to an extent, I guess it was right, but not to the extent that they were playing it out to. It was so good, that part where we all thought, I was so shocked when that happened. I was like, no, they killed Loki. And come on, it's the same feeling I had with Vision. I mean, come on, how many times can you kill Vision? And come on, how many times can you kill Loki before you're stringing at our hearts too much? So great performance by everyone in the cast, pacing, directing, writing, the whole shebang. This episode, A+ for me. It was so good. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. What was your favorite part about this episode? What did you like? What didn't you like? Let me know. Put your thoughts down in the comments. And like always, that's a wrap.